You're an atheist, right?
Agnostic.
Okay, so speak to that.
What it is, or
Yeah, I don't
just?
know. I'm a
Oh,
Christian.
okay, okay. Agnostic is when you believe in a higher.
Sounds like a drink that you have around Christmas time. I'm sorry, I couldn't ignore it.
Oh,
Agnostic. Go ahead.
that's good.
Sorry.
That's
Go
good.
ahead. Go ahead. What is it?
Oh, with a little alcohol in it. That's actually a really good drink. I'm gonna make that drink for Christmas for you now.
Have the agnostic,
Um,
please. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah, be agnostic. I'll have one. But what it is, pretty much, it means that you believe in a higher power, but it's not God or Allah, or you just believe that there's something greater than yourself.
What is that?
What it is, just an entity, because you just believe that we were created by something. You're not sure what it is, but you know that we didn't just get here from nothing. Something had to create us. So it's the belief in that.
Okay, that okay. Now, why? I'm not talking about you specifically, but just like
Mhm.
anybody who follows, I don't know if you call that a religion, but anybody who follows that particular belief, why would you believe that over like an Allah or like Christ or anything like that? Why do you choose to believe that over that?
Right, because each religion comes, there's so many different religions. So first of all, what religion is the right religion? Should I be Muslim? Should I be Catholic? Should I be Christian? And I know that's a matter of decision, but I just believe that there's something that created us. I don't want to follow one thing and then not have to believe something because now I followed this one thing. You know what I mean? Because there's obviously conflicts among religions. On top of that, I just don't see it being this creation that these books deem them to be. Like every book has a different idea or concept for what these greater entities are. You know what I mean? Even the Greeks had the gods, had Zeus and all of those things. So they gave them physical forms and all of these. I just don't believe in that as well. So the fact that religions tend to do that, I'm not really
You know
for
that
that. So there's
Christianity
people.
hasn't done that.
Well, they have Jesus. They
They have
have
Jesus,
Jesus. They
but
have
God,
the
but God,
prophet, which is the
nobody.
sun, which is the sun.
Yeah,
They
but no,
have
but they have never described God. They don't know if God's.
right. They've never described God. It's
That's
mainly Jesus. But
yeah,
I get where you're
yeah. I don't really want to. That's not really where I'm going with this. Okay,
it's a
so
small thing.
yeah, small thing. To
Yeah, yeah.
some, but
It
okay.
is. It's still something, but it's small.
So, is there any? So, what happens after you die? So, if you follow this belief, agnostic, right? You
Mhm.
follow this belief. So, is there any repercussions if you don't live a certain way?
There's okay. So I'm just gonna speak
From your
just in
understanding,
general. Yeah, I'm just gonna speak in general, right? So there's one or two ways you can go with it. It's either you believe in some form of reincarnation, which I've met some people who are agnostic and they have the belief in reincarnation, that you're buried in the soil and the soil births new life and we are from the earth and from nature. I have that. I've heard that before. And then there's people that just believe that you just go black. And all this talk about life after death is just so that we feel better about some of the things about, it gives us the reason to act good and we feel better about ourselves. So,
okay.
two
Um,
sides of the coin.
no, that's a good point. Now, obviously, with me, I'm a Christian.
Right.
You know, Jesus, Holy Spirit, right? Trinity and all that. God.
Family is mainly Christian, like Anglican Christian.
Yeah, a lot of different
There's a lot of
yeah.
different sectors, yeah.
I believe that when you die, you go to judgment. You're good, heaven, bad, hell, right? And I don't believe in reincarnation, although that's a nice thought. I don't believe in it.
Right.
I guess what I'm trying to get to, my guy, is were you always like that? I know your family's you're black, so I know the church is.
No, they're hardcore religious every Sunday. Like my dad's side of the family, hardcore religious.
So when did you switch up?
I never switched in. I never switched in. I don't grow up in a family like yes. When I was younger, did they bring me to church? My dad was never really into church, and my mom was never really into church. But they did come from religious families. Now my aunts and my uncles, I have aunts that have been going every Sunday, and during quarantine they do the virtual church, and they're there multiple times a week, and da 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 da. Have switched with pastors and all of
So
that.
do you think that's ridiculous? Like, and
I
when I
don't.
hold up, that's a bad question.
Yeah, because
because
I
you
honestly don't
can't.
think it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you
I
can't,
honestly
you
don't think
can't judge how somebody's living their life.
it's just a
But
family,
I
yeah.
mean, but you wouldn't do that.
I just don't. I don't see a purpose in it.
Okay,
I don't see a purpose in
you
it.
don't see a purpose. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Now, you said, what if you chose the wrong religion, right? Like, there's so many out there. What if you chose the wrong one,
Yeah,
right?
let's go that route. Yeah, yeah.
Now, and this is for anybody watching. Some people might look at, what you just described, church here, church there, multiple times a week. You're doing the FaceTime with, like, a lot of time invested in your religion, right? And
Right.
some people might look at that and be like, man, yo, that's crazy. I could never do that. Way too much. Furthermore, what if you're wrong? Like, I'm out here living my best life, doing what I'm doing, and, when I go, I whatever,
Whole life believing in Allah, and then you die, and Jesus pops up, like, sorry, bro, you got it wrong. No,
So,
I mean, you know what I'm
no,
saying?
no, no, but that's really what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say though is, what if you're wrong? When I say you, I mean anyone who is agnostic, you know what I mean, or who is an atheist. Like,
I think
what if?
atheist is an extreme. I think atheist is an extreme, but I get what you're saying. Anybody who doesn't believe in religion.
Yeah, because like some people, they're just like, yo, I can't live my life like that. I only have one life to live, and I can't live my life by what's written in the book. We have no way of verifying. How could you do that? Like, you're wasting your. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And like,
right.
I look at some, like, I'm a Christian. I think I live a pretty, I'm not Ned Flanders, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Ned Flanders. But like, even if I was, right? Even if I was, and like, you're out, you're jizz and drinking and smoking, you're having the greatest time, or what some would consider the greatest time. And I'm not doing any of that. And I'm telling you why I'm not doing it. And you're like, you're crazy, because that's crazy.
Right.
Is it even worth the gamble? You understand what I'm saying? Is it even worth the gamble?
I mean, first I want to just get out of the way that being agnostic or atheist doesn't mean you're out here just living a sinful life. It doesn't mean you're out here. I know what sin is. I know what's wrong, what's right, just as a human being. So it's not like I'm out here just because I don't have religion, just living a crazy, crazy lifestyle. Do I have a calm lifestyle? Yeah, sometimes. Do I live crazy? I do. But there's people who I know who also are heavily religious, who are right beside me in that party, and then go to church on Sunday and think that it makes them all better. So there's various ways to look at it. You could look at it like people who don't believe in religion have this type of lifestyle, but I've seen people with religion living the exact same style of life. You know what I mean? So religion doesn't necessarily get rid of. It's pretty much specific to the person. And me personally, I'll speak personally now. I feel like I'm a good person, just in general. Like, I'm not out here trying to mess nobody over. I'm not ripping nobody off. I stick by my friends. I'm loyal. Blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't feel like just because of that I need to believe in a higher power and live by that code. I have my own code. I know what's right and wrong.
Now, in the Bible, it says the only way to get into the kingdom of God, you got to be baptized.
Yeah.
Have you ever been baptized?
No, never been baptized.
Okay, hold up. Okay.
Christened.
Okay, okay, that's fine. But never been baptized. So what I'm saying to you is, you said you live a good life. You don't, you know what I mean? You're a good person by all accounts. Now, if you're wrong, and that day comes, big book opens up. Where's this guy's name in here? Oh, you've been living a pretty good life, pretty open doors. You help old people a lot. He's a nice guy. Let's go to the baptized section of this book. Homie, I can't find you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what if just being a good person is not enough? As it says in the only way in, gotta get baptized.
And that's where once again I go right back to me saying I don't live by the rules that somebody else chooses to give me. That anybody could have written that rule in there that says you have to be baptized to get into this magical kingdom after life. You know what I'm saying?
God's kingdom, not magical kingdom.
Heaven.
You know what it is?
Yes, I know exactly. I know exactly what it is. I'm not trying to insult you, but I'm
Stop
just
waving a
saying
wand
to
like
me,
it's magic.
it's a house. I've heard my aunt speak about it. It's a house where you do good things, you get finer jewels in the afterlife. You can have houses made of gold, and you have these jewels, and these are things that are in the Bible that you get based on the good deeds that you do in life. Depends on how you live in the afterlife, and the more good you do, the richer your life will be after, and all this type of stuff. So work hard now during this life in the afterlife, and hope that in the afterlife you're gonna have this wonderful, glorious eternity. That's what's written in the book. I know that. I do know religion, so I know that's in there. And for you to sit here and try to convince me of that is just the way it is, just because you read it and you believe it. I'm not trying to offend you or your religion, but I'm saying I just have different beliefs. That's as simple as that. You know what I mean? You're allowed to believe that.
I guess what I'm asking, and I'm not trying to convince you, but
yeah, I know you're not. We're just having. I know.
I guess what I'm asking is if you're doing all the things, you're the good guy. I guess it's like, imagine there was a checklist to get into heaven. There was 10 things you had to do throughout your life, and you did 9 of them constantly because it's just who you are. You do it all the time. 9, boom, right. Every day. And the only other thing was just being baptized.
I knew it was coming.
That was it. That was the only other thing.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because that is giving myself to a specific religion. And I started off by telling you, how do I know that's the right one? I started off by saying that off bat. You can't tell me that your religion, you believe your religion is the right one, but you cannot tell me definitively that you know 100% that what you believe is 100% correct.
What I can say definitively is that I know 100% that what I believe in my heart is correct. Can I tell you? Because I went there yesterday? No. But that's what faith is. So I can tell you 100% that what I believe in my heart is correct. And you could tell me the exact same thing. That's what all I'm trying to say is it's almost like
the same thing back to each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like living with the girl. You've been living with the girl for like 10 years. You got kids, same bank account, all that, but you still haven't even popped the question yet. You live in the married life, but you haven't even popped the question yet. You're doing it anyways.
I guess that's the way to look at it, but you have to understand, you believe in a life after death. I believe that this is life, and after this, everything goes black. So I'm here for the moment. I live in the time, and we've spoken, you've got to learn me. I'm all about facts. Show me. I got to see it. And I don't know, maybe that's why I went into philosophy.
Wait a second. If you're all about facts and you got to see it, how the hell can you say that? How could you even make that statement that you...
Because I know for a fact that humans had to come from somewhere. It had to
No. That's somewhere. Not what I'm saying. You said you're all about facts and you believe that when you die, it's black. How do you know that for true? You never died and came back.
Right, but you can't see this thing. Here's the thing.
That's not a fact, homie.
When somebody dies, I know I'm still alive. When somebody dies, they stop moving. I don't know what happens to them. I don't know what happens to them.
You just said it's black.
You've heard stories.
I've heard you say it's black. I don't care about the stories. I've heard you say it's black.
You've heard stories of people in comas and all this type of things, and they don't remember shit. It was black. They were dead. They were
but a coma is not black. A coma is not death.
So death is the stopping of your heart and all the. So there's people who have died and have been resuscitated.
No, there's people. There's people who have been medically declared medically dead. Yes, but again, my faith, my religion. That's not God as the doctor. When you are dead, there's only one person that truly determines that. When being medically declared dead because your heart stops beating for a certain period of time, that doesn't mean there was a lady who said that
I can't even at this point I can't even argue, because if you're telling me that somebody lying on a table with their heart stopped, not moving, maybe for like a minute or two, you wouldn't call that person dead just because you resuscitated them? They weren't dead for that 2 minutes.
Hold on for a second.
What are they doing?
No,
sleeping?
No, they're not. No, they were. Obviously, they're not dead because my God, if you're dead, how do you come back? Once you're dead, you're dead. That's it.
You can die and be resuscitated.
We're talking. Listen. Of course, I've heard that, but we're doing semantics. Okay. This is semantics here because we're saying the same thing, but very different things.
No, you're trying to define death as somebody who's just dead for like long periods of time.
No, I'm trying to say. No, what I'm trying to say is when you're dead, you don't come back. Period. When you have been medically declared dead and they resuscitate you, that's not death. Death, you don't come back from that. That's something else.
So what do you call it when the person's heart had stopped and they weren't moving for like that 2 minutes before they were resuscitated? What do you call that?
That's when you were declared medically dead. That's not death though. That is not death. That is not death. That is not death.
Your definition is just different of death. That's all it is.
I'm just saying.
You have a medical definition and a other definition. That's all it is. That's the only difference right now.
Yes, that is the only difference.
But
the original point that I was trying to make is with you saying you believe in facts, you can't confirm that when you die officially, you can't confirm that when you die saw black. You can't confirm that.
Can't 100%.
So that's your belief.
Because I've never died. Died.
Exactly. That's your belief.
I just know. All I was saying was I know of stories, but see, you have to ignore your definition of death and accept mine for a second, which is being dead for a few minutes and resuscitated. Because those people who were black, heart stopped, not moving, you know what I mean? They asked them, what did you remember? I don't remember anything. It's like I went to sleep and I woke back up.
And it's so funny that you would say that, because even when you go with your definition of death, guess what, my guy? There's also, you can YouTube it if you want to later. There's also stories when they died, they seen the white light, they experienced hell, they seen their family members. So same shit, bro. Same shit. Right. So I don't know what we're talking about. Either way,
also a guy who wrote a book saying that he went to hell and he described what hell looked like when he was in hell, and it was the body of the devil and all this stuff. So yeah, go ahead with
either way. Either way, who's rolling the dice? What dice you rolling? All I know is I see you at the crossroads, so you won't be lonely. See you at the crossroads.
I thought you were going to say, are you rolling Jesus' dice? Or Satan's?
Let me tell you something. Jesus would destroy anyone at dice. If a nigga can walk on water, you should not shoot dice with him. All right? I'm telling you that right now.
Not playing dice with him. He knows he's going to put it at, he's going to make sure it's 7 every time.
Viewing public, man, what are your thoughts here? And listen, just because I'm a Christian, just because he's agnostic, that doesn't mean that every Christian is the same. You can't hear me speak to my beliefs and be like, you're not a Christian. That's not what... No. Every Christian is different. You can't hear his beliefs and be like, you're not agnostic. No. Every agnostic person's beliefs is different. That's all I'm saying. What are your thoughts here? What's going to happen when you die? See you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely.
You'll be so mad if you see me on the other side of the gate. Like, like
I wouldn't be mad.
If I die first, I'm there. You're like, how did you get here?
I wouldn't be mad.
All of this work.
I wouldn't be mad. Because we would just do the podcast in heaven.
Yo, guess we could have on that. Oh,
exactly. Oh my gosh, seriously, right? Okay, let's put it out there. You know what? We'll talk about it. Save that for another episode. Save it for another one. You public, what are your thoughts here, man? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuces. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yo, Chris, we got to 200 subscribers, man. Finally. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to stop there. We have a new goal. The new goal is 500 subscribers. So what I need you to do, I need you to like these videos over here. I need you to subscribe right here, man. Two guys doing the podcast, man.